Welcome back to the Citrus Free Lemonade podcast. This is the third part of episode 3. So let's get back into our conversation. Okay, so how's Georgia? I don't know if I've asked you in a while.
How's
Yeah.
Georgia?
How's life down there?
Yeah, Georgia. You know, it's funny. Whenever we moved down to Georgia, one of the things that struck me was how not flat Georgia is, particularly compared to Kansas. Because for any humans on Earth, if you didn't know this, Kansas is literally scientifically flatter than a pancake.
I was just thinking that.
Literally, if you were to take a pancake and stretch it out the size of Kansas, Kansas would be flatter than the pancake.
Oh yes. And then if it's my dad's pancakes,
Georgia,
then there's like really deep, like little
no, my
bubbles
dad's
in
great
it.
at making.
No, I
My
don't
dad
mean
is.
like that. My dad is incredible at them. Those bubbles is when you know that it's done. That's when you know that they're done.
Yes. See, Georgia is not flat, and I feel like any Kansan who's never left the state of Kansas or anywhere around there where it's flat would honestly, literally, I'm pretty sure they would go into a culture shock just from how non-flat.
Just how non-flat it is.
And it's not like mountains. Like, if you never left the state of Kansas, you wouldn't know. Okay? And if you've never left the state of Georgia and never seen a flat place, the moment you go to that flat place, say Kansas, you literally go into culture shock and you get homesick because, like, you're sad at how not flat and empty Kansas looks. Like, no offense, Kansas, but you're flatter than a pancake, and you have more cows in the state. There's more cows in the state of Kansas than there are people.
Are you serious?
I'm not joking. Okay, I'm not double check. I haven't checked my sources, so don't. If I'm wrong, then I don't mind.
I wouldn't be surprised though. Have you ever been to Lubbock, Texas?
I've not
Lubbock,
been to the state yet.
You've never been to Texas?
No.
That's a joke. Are you kidding me?
I've never been. Have you?
Yes, I do. I go to Texas like every year.
I thought you were gonna say like, oh, no,
I've never been either. I've never been either.
So no, I've never been to Leavitt, Texas. Much less Texas.
Much less Texas. Have you been to Oklahoma? What states have you been to?
A lot, mostly on the east side of America and the southeast.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
east
side. That made me think of the nothing. The east. You mean the east side of the coast? The East Coast.
Yep. We've been as far north as Connecticut and as far west as Kansas.
You haven't been farther west than Kansas.
Well, technically, I went wester on our mission trip that me and my youth group went to in July. We went to North Dakota and Wyoming. But we have been to South Dakota. Our family has, so we've been to South Dakota.
You might have. Did you while you were in South Dakota? Did you stop by Hillbilly Joe's ranch?
Actually, yeah, Hillbilly Joe. He's got a big ranch.
Yeah,
like some 12 acres. I heard.
Yep. No, I heard it's as far as the eye can see.
About 12 acres, I guess.
12 acres. He is. His vision is going. His vision's going. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has like 12 acres of land. So basically, it's a foot wide.
Okay, really? He doesn't have a ranch?
No, it's a foot wide, and then like however long an acre would be if. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, hey, the other day, this reminds me of a story. The other day, actually, I shot a deer, like a big buck. I actually went hunting.
Okay. Oh, whoa! I don't know if we want to talk about this. This is a little.
No, it's a good. I shot a buck.
Well, yes, I believe that hunting is a right, and I don't have an issue with it. I think it is a part of being a good steward. So please explain. Tell me your story.
Thing. Well, I shot it. Well, okay, it wasn't. I didn't actually shoot the buck. Is that a colloquialism? Shoot the buck? I think it is.
I think it might be. I mean, I know like the buck stops here. Like that's a thing.
Oh yeah, okay. There's that one.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually shoot the buck. I just saw it. It was a big buck though, really. So it was probably like a 6-pointer, I think. I mean, in my mind, it was a pretty big buck.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, I don't know if it was a 6-pointer. I doubt it. Well, I mean,
So did you take a
it didn't
shot at it?
Well, no, I never got a chance
Oh.
to. I decided not to. I guess I was in the deer stand. I mean, okay. It wasn't a deer stand. I was actually riding down the road, and I saw a buck. I wasn't actually hunting, but it was a big buck. Okay, it was a big deer.
It's like, hey,
it
so I was hunting this buck.
So it stared at me. I ain't done yet. It stared at me. But I mean, okay. It wasn't actually a buck. I just saw a squirrel one day while I was driving.
It had
home.
horns on
I
it.
didn't
A
actually
squirrel
shoot
with
anything.
6 horns
Yeah.
on it.
I mean, I saw the ears. I was like, cool. What if it was a deer or something like that? No, so I didn't shoot it though.
And I think I was like, I wasn't even riding down the road. Like I was actually just walking in my front yard.
Yeah, I was. Oh yeah, I mean, I was just like always like you start with this huge big sword and then you gotta like down, like, oh okay, it wasn't actually that big of a deal. Oh well, well, I did not. Okay, I wasn't actually in a deer stand. I was sitting in my vehicle, but I had an opportunity to kill it.
Okay, so the real story
is the other day I was driving home and I saw a squirrel.
Are you serious?
That's all there is. Yeah, I never saw a deer. But it'd be cool if I did.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so there was a what was it? There have been skunks around our neighborhood. They've been kind of terrorizing. Those things they'll smell forever. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
there's not much here.
Like we ran
Way of
over one.
skunks.
Like there was one on like 13th Street, by and when it got run over, I mean, dude, it just smelled for weeks.
It let one loose.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It was kind of like one of those badgers, right? Badgers.
Yeah. Badgers.
Like with that. This looks like the skunk.
Black and white. The badgers don't stink really.
Did I tell you about the time when I shot a badger with a shotgun? Well, it wasn't necessarily a badger. It was more like a skunk. And it was
I didn't actually shoot it. I just ran over it, and I felt very accomplished.
I actually just ran over it.
But it stunk up the vehicle. But, I mean, I guess I didn't run over it. I saw someone else ran over it. I just saw
like 2 weeks.
It was a dead skunk laying on the side of the road. But, hey, badger, skunk, same thing, right? And I saw it first, so, I claimed it, And I saw a 12 gauge at Walmart, so, hey, shot a badger.
Walmart.
Yeah.
It's the best store ever.
Yeah, well, how much they pay to say that?
Not very much. We are not sponsored by Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart, but please do, though. I take back what I said about Garrett, being paid by you guys to say that. You guys are a great store. I went shopping last week in one of your stores, so, hey, sponsor.
If anyone is out there who's an associate at Walmart, please reach out to us and let us know if you'd like to do a sponsorship deal.
I had a lady in the drive-thru today. She came to me, and as I was taking her order, she said, you guys, I've never met anyone in the world who has great customer service as much as Chick-fil-A. And I was like, oh, thank you. She said, so how's that process work? How do you get trained? And I said, well, every store is a little bit different because, the owner, he has a different, they have their own visions and they have their own way of saying things, but they all get trained by corporate and corporate trains them, and then they take the same resources and they train us. And she's like, cool, because I'm like, she says, you work full time, right? I said, yeah. She says, Well, I mean, I work at a whatever office she said, a dentist or something like that, and she's like, I want to like hire someone from Chick-fil-A who works part time, just so that way I can get them to be on call and you just return phone calls for
Yeah,
me.
that would be
Like,
great, honestly.
well, and the way she made it sound out, because she didn't actually ask me if I worked part time until after she said that, and it made it sound she's like, "Are you trying to hire me while I'm taking your order in the drive-thru? Like, what's going on here?"
I
It
mean,
was funny though.
if I was looking for someone to answer a phone, I needed someone who's, good customer service, I'd look for a Chick-fil-A person. And now we're going to take a short break for a word from our sponsor. You know how we've always been talking about wanting to be sponsored by people like Nintendo and Walmart? You can always sponsor us if you want to.
Sponsor us, please do.
Well, now we actually do have a sponsor, the Anchor app.
Garrett and I have been friends for years, and we've always enjoyed talking with each other and sharing our ideas with each other.
After sharing our super awesome and inspirational ideas with coworkers,
Very inspirational.
one of them said, "Y'all should start a podcast." We knew it was a joke, but thought to ourselves, how cool would it be to actually make a podcast? That's when we found the Anchor app. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. Even I have been able to figure it out.
And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what we're doing right now by reading this ad.
First thing you have to do is open the app and set up your account. Once you set up your account, all you have to do is click record and start talking.
After you record, you click the publish button and whoosh, sizzle dig! Your podcast is available everywhere podcasts can be heard. This is a very, very serious moment right there. So if you wanted to start a podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start to join the super cool community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start.
And now let's get back into our conversation.
For shizzle dig.
Okay, I need to ask you, this is a very controversial thing at Chick-fil-A right now. The sauce packets.
Oh,
How do you feel about the sauce packets?
I don't like the Polynesian. I don't mind them. Okay, sauce packs.
I mean, this is very important.
I don't know why they. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Okay, this is an objective thing. I don't know why they changed it. I think it was odd for them to change the Polynesian to pink.
The what?
I had a lady, the Polynesian. Now they're pink labels, right? Almost purple.
Oh yes, for the Polynesian's purple.
Yeah. Well, it looks like pink to me, but that's because I'm colorblind. Partly. Red green colorblind. And so. She's like, it looks like jelly, strawberry jelly now. Like, you're not wrong. That's kind of interesting. I think it's nice that they have the list of ingredients. In big, it's not like fine print anymore. Yeah.
Well, okay, I have to say, so it was so funny because like 2 weeks ago, Chick-fil-A is about they're on top of like branding and like logos and stuff. And they always look very nice and good stuff. And I seriously, no joke, like 2 weeks ago, I was thinking, man, they really need to update their logos. I mean, because they've changed their font for the store. Like it used to be like the serifed, like little blocky serifed, like letters and stuff. But then they've now changed it to be like sans serif, more clean, more like Helvetica or that type of thing. And so I kind of thought, man, they're kind of not on their A game for the whole logos on the sauce. So then when I saw that they had updated, I was like, oh wow, like this is really cool. But that was just when it was the Chick-fil-A sauce. So I was thinking, oh wow, this is really cool. Mm-hmm. The problem is like then then you start seeing all the other sauces and it's like, oh well, now we have the ranch colors changed, and that's not going over too well. And then they changed the Polynesian sauce.
Polynesian and barbecue. Polynesian is actually the number one sauce requested here.
Interesting.
At Chick-fil-A. Yeah, the dynamics here are very different than in Wichita.
What for like soda and stuff? What do you get most?
Arnold Palmer with sweet tea. Sweet
Like
tea,
you get that
Arnold
more
Palmer.
than like a soda? Oh wow.
Almost, yeah. Probably more. Diet lemonade, in the entire day, we probably make a total of maybe 3 things of diet lemonade in an entire day.
Because no one wants it.
Uh,
And
Nobody
then same
takes
with
diet
unsweet
lemonade.
tea, right?
Yes, unsweet tea's the unpardonable sin anywhere in the South. If you're from the South and you ask for unsweet tea, it's probably because you're from the North or you're just not right with God. It's their opinion. It's like, you just need to get right with God. Don't worry, they'll get over their New Year's
Oh my
resolution
goodness.
by the first
Well,
next week.
the funny thing is here it's like if you ask for tea, my assumption is it's
Yeah, it's
unsweetened tea.
unsweet tea. Yeah, you don't have to bother asking if it's sweet tea because everybody
It's
knows
unsweet
it's
tea.
unsweet. Yeah, the
Oh
dynamics are
yeah,
very different.
it's a
Here, if they want sauces, we have a house called Truett's House Dressing.
yeah. I heard about
It's
that
almost
stuff.
like Thousand Island.
Do they have it?
I
You
never
have
knew
there?
it was a thing until I came here. Yeah, it tastes almost like Thousand Island.
Well, okay, I actually
It's
didn't
pretty
know
good.
about it we saw the little picture of what they were changing all the sauces to, all the packaging and stuff.
Yeah.
One of the managers printed it off and it showed the Truth's dressing. I was like, dude, what? I never knew about this.
It tastes almost exactly like Thousand Island.
Hmm.
It's almost like Zaxby's take on Thousand Island, I feel like. Not as spiced. Not as herby. A little less pepper. Let's see, what else? Other dynamics. Let's see. Here, if they ask for sauces, they ask for normally, like, they overdose on sauces, especially during breakfast hours. If they want jelly, we're required to specify 1 or 2, but many times they'll ask for like 4 or 5 jellies with 1 chicken
Oh
biscuit.
wow.
It's
A
insane.
chicken biscuit? So
yeah.
people would put jelly on a chicken biscuit? Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna judge you for that. But I still think it's dumb.
Oh, how do you feel about the 3-count chicken mini and the spicy biscuit going away?
We haven't had the 3-count mini.
Taken away?
We haven't had it for like a year.
Yeah, I know. I never knew that until I came here. Like, after I started working here, I thought it was just our store, and I didn't realize that every Chick-fil-A everywhere. So I know this is an old topic, but spicy chicken and 3-count minis are gone.
Spicy chicken or spicy?
Spicy chicken biscuits.
Spicy chicken biscuits. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I know some stores don't do the spicy chicken biscuit. I think we
Yeah,
I think we
it's
are
up to the owner's
still.
discretion.
How does spicy sell
one
down there?
thing-
Does spicy sell big down there? Like spicy lunch?
Yeah, actually, probably more than up there.
Up yonder.
Over yonder in that there region up there. What was I fixing to say? Mention.
Fixin'. What was I fixing to say? It's a dynamic that's different.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't important. Oh, 42 seconds. It's a long podcast.
Yes. That's why we're splitting it.
You better believe this bad boy's gonna be broken up sometime in multiple episodes. Oh, hey, so fun joke. My dad went into Walmart the other day, bought a jug of milk, and the cashier at the register said, "Hey, you want the milk in a bag?" And he's like, "No, just leave the milk in the carton, please." Nobody laughs at. Okay, you know how Faith and I would always tell jokes, and people would all the employees would just laugh or be like, "Guys, come on!" There's no response here. People are so dry humored. They hate dad jokes.
Oh.
It's sad.
Oh.
It's so sad.
How do you cope?
Here's what I still have a very good sense of humor, and I'm probably one of the most joking people here, light-humored people at the store.
So what are you gonna say?
Oh, one of the dynamics, because of the amount of wait time that we're having to wait during breakfast hours, we no longer serve lunch, our store, during breakfast hours.
Oh, I see.
So we still serve the chicken nuggets, obviously, because of the chicken minis. Serve waffle fries, salads, and wraps.
Interesting.
But we don't serve lunch anymore. It's It's sad. I wish it wasn't that way, but it is what it is.
That
So.
makes sense, though.
Anyway, yeah. I feel like we need to get close to ending this off, probably.
Yeah, we do. Well, thank you all for listening to our
I felt like this episode was a lot less humor and a lot more serious talk, which was okay.
Yeah.
But as far as viewers go, I feel like many times it does help if you have more humorous content. In our case, perhaps, I don't know. I still enjoyed it, anyways.
Uh-huh.
Consider this a documentary.
This is a documentary of Ethan and Garrett's life. So.
Yeah. So don't think of it like a comical story anymore. Like, this is the documentary edition of the citrus-free lemonade.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we can go ahead and close it off with that. And thank you for
eat some chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup. Ooh.
Made by Chick-fil-A. Shout out to Chick-fil-A if you want to sponsor.
My name is Garrett. No,
but we already
closing
said
it off. We still haven't decided what we're gonna say when we close it off, though.
A lot of people don't have an actual outro. Many times, have you ever noticed that sometimes people have outros, which is okay, and sometimes they won't. It still ends up finding the way. I don't know. Just kind of like elevator music in the background, just slowly dying down.
I see.
So, anyways,
some chicken noodle soup. I'm looking forward to whatever I am gonna be eating too. So,
Go do this.
Nice. My brother got one of those Nintendo Switches.
Yeah, I bought Nintendo. Shout out if you want to sponsor. I know that we're not on YouTube, so y'all couldn't see that, but I just picked up my Nintendo Switch, which I purchased about a year and a half ago. So
cool.
Not a year and a half ago, about 8 months ago.
So. Well, I will talk to you later, Ethan, and thank you for listening to a extended version of the Citrus Free Lemonade podcast.